Well, good morning and welcome to our short daily Lent reflection. It's a bit blustery here in Bromley. I hope you're safe wherever you are and the weather's not too bad. But today we are thinking about mountaintop experiences. And when we think of a mountaintop experience, it sort of brings to mind moments of great wonder, astonishment, awe, exhilaration and joy, and revelation and strength. Now this picture that you can see here is of Pen y Fan in South Wales, the tallest peak in South Wales, nothing really compared to many mountains. But we climbed up there with our daughter and son-in-law a couple of years ago on Fran's birthday, and you can see the beautiful views. When you're on top of a mountain and when you're experiencing mountaintop experiences, everything seems clear and you have great clarity about life and what's going on and what you're going to do. But in life, we have mountain top experiences infrequently, don't we? We're not always on top of the mountain, experiencing joy, experiencing wonder and hope and seeing things clearly. In practice, life is much different. If we look at the Bible, we've seen that mountains have a significant purpose and place. They are holy places, places of wonder and revelation. We see Noah being given the new covenant when the ark rests on Mount Ararat. We see Abraham and Isaac going up a mountain and having a new understanding and a fresh revelation of God. We see Moses on the mountain encountering the burning bush where God commissions him to go and free the slaves in Egypt. We see Elijah on a mountain being strengthened after a time of great despair, and we see God equipping him. And of course, we see Jesus on the mountain too. We see him bringing the Sermon on the Mount, where he teaches the people on the mountain, teachings of great beauty and wonder and strength that have been applauded and given value in all sorts of traditions all over the place. Even if people aren't Christians, they see the value and worth and power of the teachings given on the Sermon on the Mount. On another mountain, we see Jesus being transfigured and chatting with Moses and Elijah. And there we see the revelation of who Jesus really is, that he is superior to Moses and Elijah, the prophets and the law. And of course, we see Jesus towards the end of his earthly life on the Mount of Olives in sadness at what is to come and seeking strength and seeking reassurance. And we see God strengthening him and Jesus setting his face to the cross and saying, not your will, not my will, but your will, Lord. Life is not all mountaintop experiences, is it? If we are honest, we know that. We wish it was, but it isn't. And often we live not on the mountaintop, but in the valley, or somewhere in between at least. We see this in the Bible. We see it frequently. The experiences of God's people are like a wave, constantly up and down, mountaintop experiences, valleys experiences, and where they face the consequences of their actions. Rivers and valleys, mountains and valleys, ups and downs are the true picture of a life lived and reflect the reality of a life. In truth, we learn and grow and mature equally in the good times, the times of wonder on a mountaintop, and in the bad times when we are in the valley, when we cannot see where we are going, when we wonder what on earth is happening. And we encounter God in both of these places, on the mountains, high up, in wonder and glory and majesty. And we encounter him in the darkness. Psalm 23 is a good reflection of that. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for God is with me and he comforts me. Psalm 121 says, I look to the hills. Where does my hope come from? It comes from the Lord. And in the Sermon on the Mount, in Matthew chapter 6, Jesus tells us not to worry, to trust him and walk with him. So whether you are currently on a mountaintop, whether you're currently right there in the valley, remember that God is with you. He tells us not to worry about today, about the trivial of things. And he says, don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow has enough trouble of its own. And he tells us about the fact that God clothes the flowers in the field and gives them beauty, and how much more valuable are we as people. So bless you. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing today, may your journey down in the valley or up on the mountains, may you know God's presence with you. May you know his hand in yours. May you know his light shining in your life. May you know joy, and may you know strength, and may you know peace. God bless you, and probably Fran will see you tomorrow. But until then, goodbye and bless you. Have a good day.